All right, so not for nothing, I've lived here for a year and a half, like a little over a year and a half. And man, I still love it. So yeah, Pimpin', like I said, I've been here like a little over wait, how long have I been here? A little over a year and a half. I moved here after being in LA for like 10 years, and it is such an amazing place to live. Now, it may lack a couple of things, like it don't bring the sauce when it comes to food. Y'all already know, I'm a thug. I eat bushes for snacks. Okay, okay. But seriously though, I love being here. And just being here for quite a while now, I've learned a couple of things. And now, real quick, Pimpin', before I get into it, two things that I gotta address. The first one being a huge shout out to today's coffee sponsor. Millage, thank you so much for the coffee, and I'm happy that you love the video. In Quartz, holy cow, big shout out to you, like for real, big shout out to them. They are a couple, they bought me a few coffees, so huge shout out. You guys are definitely some ninja bosses. Thank you so much for the coffee. And if you wanna buy your boy Sky Money a coffee, don't be shy, the link is down below. Cause caffeine helps a lot. And now the second thing that I have to address is for the haters. Look, if you don't like what I'm about to say, look, you already know I be packing the smoke.
Maybach music.
You want the smoke? I got the smoke. I love the smoke. I ain't choose thug life. Thug life chose me. All right, so now one of the first things I learned, and I kind of learned this like quick, is that the Dutch love being outside. Like I've said, I've lived in LA for about 10, maybe 11 years. The weather is like amazing, but I feel like people don't take advantage of it. Not like here. And this is great because it legit reminds me of when I was younger. Like I went outside all the time. Like going outside was life. And Pimpin', I lived in the hood. Like real, people just love being outside here. Like legit, low key, just enjoying life. And now Pimpin', the Dutch do like their sun. That's like a whole nother thing. But like even when it's like terrible outside, I mean like storming out, you'll see people on the canal turned up on like a Tuesday. They won't even be on a boat or anything. They'll just be on a paddleboard, just chilling. And I freaking love that. Like for me personally, I am an outdoor person. I love being out. I hate being stuck inside an office, inside the house. Like I hate it. So this is something that I can definitely appreciate. Man, like, y'all see what I'm talking about? Another thing I noticed about the Dutch is that here things just work. And like almost everything is like super efficient. Public transportation is amazing. I'll say mostly all the roads are like fairly clean. And things that are like kind of complicated, like in the States, they're super simple here. And like Pimpin', like let me just tell y'all. Paying your bills, for example. The bill comes directly to your bank account, and with a click of a button, Pimpin', you just click and pay. That's it. When I was in LA and when I lived in Atlanta, I would have to go in person to do something for my power bill, I would say on a regular basis. But here, I don't even know what a power place is. I've never seen it. And like even when it comes to the complicated things, even those things are simple. An example of this is doing your taxes. I cannot tell you how easy it is to do your taxes here. Unless you own like a business or something like that. But even then, it's fairly simple. Pimpin', when I lived in America, I always paid somebody to do my tax because it was just so complicated. Take line 2B, multiply it by line 10A, subtract that line by like 13B. Like, why? If I'm just doing a regular 9 to 5, why is it so complicated? They know how much money I'm making and they know how much I'm paying in taxes. Like, they know. Well, let me post up in the shade real quick. Here, you have an app. I mean, cause it's 2022. You have like maybe 6 options. You click those 6 options, boop, 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 and boom, you done. That's it. The longest 5 minutes. It's easy to understand, simple, and just so straight to the point. And now again, if you have your own business, it might be a little different, or if you have a business as well as your 9 to 5, like your boy Sky Money, then yeah, it's a little bit more complicated, but for the most part, Pimpin', an app, 5 minutes. America, what we doing? Man, it is so nice today. Shit. And now, another thing that I've learned is that the Dutch are very attractive people. And look, Pimpin', like, hear me out. There was a guy who came to my house. And like, look, like, this is no joke. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. There was a guy that came to my house to fix the stove, fix the toilet, and like redo around the tub. So he showed up, and this man looked like a model. GQ boss model. Coming to my house just to fix the toilet and the stove. Like, Pimping, come on. And now, Pimping, y'all already know, I don't swing that way. I'm married. I'm Gucci, right? Like, you just can't help but notice how attractive this guy was. And again, I don't even roll like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying. And like, I know what you're thinking. I know you're probably like, but yeah, Sky Money, that was probably just one time. Pimping. Me and my wife just had a kid. Y'all already know, baby Sky Money. You get a nurse sent to your house, and they cook, they clean, they watch out for the baby, they make sure you sleep. Like, it's on a whole nother level. But just like the GQ model plumber guy, this nurse showed up looking like a model. Like, I thought she had the wrong address. What is going, like, why y'all look so good? And again, it's just one of those situations that you just cannot help but notice, like, dang, like, you bang it. And this just keeps happening, like, all the time, everywhere I go. I went to Amsterdam to meet up with an old coworker of mine. He was actually like one of my bosses, and the first thing he said is, why is everyone so attractive? He had the same kind of situation with the check-in guy, the people that come and clean the room, fluff the pillows, bring you dinner. They're all like GQ models. I don't know how. Another thing that I've learned is that overall, people are just like genuinely nice and actually care about the environment here. And not for nothing, people are also nice in LA, and there are a lot of nice people in America too as well. But I wasn't expecting this here just because I always hear about like Dutch being direct. Man, I'm such an idiot. I literally like just looped I was going this way, but I went around for some, got lost in the sauce, man. That's what I be telling y'all. Don't get lost in the sauce. But yeah, so this Dutch directness that I kept hearing about before I moved here, like, I didn't really get it, and I still kind of don't get it. And even while being here, I hear it a lot from like expat, this Dutch directness, and I don't get it. Like, I even remember being at a comedy club, and this one American actually said, like, she made a really funny joke about it. Basically, the Dutch directness is AKA for being like rude, you know? But yeah, this is just something that I hear a lot of expats talk about. And I'm gonna be real, like, Pimp, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, these people are not rude. I will say, if you come from a privileged place, then yeah, like, it can come off as a little rude. But if you have been somewhere where you're being harassed like on a daily, like heavily harassed by like just random people, teachers and like cops and other people with authority, Pimping, you need to check yourself, because that's like ice cream melts. Like, my ninjas, I've been there. That's happened to me a lot. And this especially happened to me a lot when I was living in Chicago and when I was living in like Georgia. And what's funny is it didn't happen too much in LA, but it did happen. Like, I've been stopped for no reason. Pimping, I've been stopped walking for no reason, like multiple times. I've been followed by people, followed by like people who work at stores. So look, as long as they treat me the same way they'll treat that old lady, I'm good. Oh man, I would love to live down the street like this. This is freaking, ugh. You know what? I could even say with confidence that the hot nurse and like the GQ plumber saw each other like being jerks, right? Like, I bet money they would waste no time pulling up on each other. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, I think I'm gonna film the last part right here. I'm gonna post up right here in front of all these people. Tour going on right there too. But you know what? I'm a thug, so on my face. And now, before I get into the last thing I've learned, there are a couple of other things that I've learned. Like, people here smoke like a lot. Like, how y'all looking like models and smoking? Also, along with being attractive, they are very tall, but also like to wear tall shoes. Y'all already tall. What y'all need platforms for? You already like pushing like 6 feet. Also, they love the sun. They also love to say hi when you holding the camera. Hello! 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 I would say the last thing I've learned that's pretty significant is that certain things are expensive. And man, I'm gonna be real. I don't know why these things are expensive. Like, look, zoom in on the face. Let's get in on this face. I don't know why certain things are like extremely expensive. Like, the perfect example of this is, like, I went right over here, like right down there, to get some keys made. I had to get some extra keys made because we were expecting family to come in town. But Pimping, I went over to this place to get these keys made. I got 4 keys made, and my ninjas, this is no lie, to get 4 copies of keys cost 32 euros. 32 euros. And then to top it off, 2 of them didn't even work. Like, why on earth would it cost that much to get a copy of a key? We're not talking about like a building, like a special key. It's just a house key. In Atlanta, I went to places, it would cost 50 cents. And even in LA is pretty expensive, maybe $1. These keys cost 8 euros per key. And look, I know I'm a boss and everything, but that is too much money. Like, for a key? Like, this key better open up some treasure or something else too. I would say the next thing I noticed that's like extremely expensive is getting something notarized. I went to go get something notarized last week, and it was just a paper saying that my wife could take my newborn and be there without me. She could take my newborn to the embassy to get his passport without me. All right, I'm not gonna lie, but that'd be killing me. Like, I'll be recording and I'll be like in the groove, and man, someone would sit right next to me and throw me completely off. Man, I mean, they just pulled up right next to me. I was like, pimping. Don't be rolling up on a thug like that. Like, all right, so now we got that out of the way. Let me just give you guys a quick, like, let me just explain where I'm coming from. So when I was first moving here, I had to get like maybe 20 documents like notarized and even apostilled, or you know what I'm trying to say. But I had to get all of these documents like officially like notarized and stamped. And again, not a big deal. That's normal. And pimping, I would say it maybe cost me maybe $7 for like 20 plus documents. $7. And since I was living in LA and I'm from Chicago, and my wife was also living in LA, but she's from Michigan, and then we got married in Florida, like, we had to send these documents like all over the place. But again, the apostille and notarizing cost like maybe $7, $7. So now y'all picking it up? You picking it up, Pimp? Cause man, I went and got this one document signed. To get this document notarized, it cost 91 euros. 91 euros. And you know what? I'll keep it real. I'm a G. It was really like 90 and like 80 cents. But pimping, come 90 euros? Really? I remember stopping in Chicago, going to the official office and getting my birth certificate stamped. And that alone, my birth certificate cost $1. $1. Like, this was just a sheet giving my wife permission to take my newborn in the embassy by herself. That was it. Like, is it me? Like, am I tripping? 90 euros, Pimp. 90. Now look, I've already accepted the fact that there are gonna be some things that are expensive, some things that are cheaper, but really? Getting something notarized, 90 euros? But yeah, pimpin', that is it. Those are the 5 things that I've learned since living here for a year plus now, going on 2. I love it here, I love living here, and I wake up thinking like, I cannot believe that I live here. Such a great place to be. But yeah, that is it. I am about to go get some coffee. And again, huge thanks to everyone who bought coffee. You guys are ninja bosses. Oh, and also, what do you guys think about all the things I said? Like them comments up. I would love to know. But yeah, pimpin', that is it. I love y'all faces, and I will see you in the next one. Dang, man, I gotta get a boat. Just be stunting on all my haters, stunting on all of them.